seen such a thing.
Holy shoot. That's the only way out right there.
Without so much as a warning, life hangs in the balance. Human endeavor turns to chaos. And within seconds, nothing will ever be the same. Ever.
The further man pushes the envelope, the closer he gets to the edge of destruction. It's mayhem on the racetrack as a runaway motorcycle crashes directly into the crowd. And a stunt driver's attempt to pull off a wheelie ends in a spectacular upside-down crash. You know, you just might need a roll cage for this one, because things are about to get destroyed in seconds.
At this computer store in Eugene, Oregon, hard drives aren't the only things known to crash. Outside the store, a man mistakes the accelerator for the brake, jumps a parking barricade, and barrels through the front of the store. The 3,300-pound vehicle careens toward the clerk. The employee is thrown back by the force of the crash. As the driver hits the gas, the spinning tires melt the carpet. The car finally comes to a halt, missing a support beam by inches. The driver exits his vehicle unharmed. Emergency crews arrive within minutes, and cleanup begins immediately. The clerk suffers a minor concussion, but things could have been much worse. A clear laminate coating prevents the glass door from shattering into dangerous shards. Instead, the door acts as a shield, protecting the clerk from the full impact of the crash. After a full investigation, the police decide not to cite the driver in this crash. It's a frightening sight. A tanker truck is fully engulfed in flames, and officials have shut down the highway. But one bystander doesn't heed the warning. The tanker is filled with hexane, a highly volatile chemical that erupts in a massive explosion. The blast is triggered when the hexane inside the tanker begins to boil at 156 degrees Fahrenheit. Sections of the tanker are launched nearly 1,000 feet away. After a 3-hour firefight, crews mop up and officials reopen the highway. Fortunately, the tanker driver fled to safety before the blast. As for the man who was dangerously close to the explosion, he's enveloped by scorching heat, but escapes unharmed. Barbagallo Raceway hosts Formula Ford racing, the little brother to the Formula One circuit. Established in 1967, Formula Ford is designed to mold future motorsport hopefuls. One of those hopefuls is 20-year-old Bryce Washington.
Washington having a real good go in the run to the checkered flag.
Halfway through the race, Bryce is fighting for the lead until his back wheel is clipped, sending him grinding down a wall. But this isn't the only accident he'll experience today, nor the worst. It's Formula Ford racing on Australia's Barbagallo Raceway. On a narrow track of blind hills and tight corners, accidents are a frequent occurrence.
Big Raiders in trouble.
And so are yellow flags.
Boy, dramas are plenty in this one.
With the caution flag out, 20-year-old Bryce Washington holds his position.
Minus Bryce Washington. Bryce Washington's in trouble under yellows. What's going on out there?
Coming over a blind hill, Bryce slows down at the sight of the flag, but the racer behind him doesn't. Bryce is bumped on his right rear quadrant, sending him into the sidewall. The 80-mile-per-hour impact snaps the nose and 2 tires off his car. Unaware of the crash ahead, Josh McCowan speeds over the hill at 100 miles per hour. Trying to avoid a collision, Josh loses control and veers off the track. Josh's car misses Bryce's head by inches. The impact totals both vehicles. Bryce climbs out of the wreckage before help can arrive. Josh is trapped inside the overturned car. Finally, the emergency crew frees Josh from the wreck.
Not much left of that machine.
Bryce and Josh each suffer mild concussions, but both emerge from the violent crash relatively unscathed. The accident is caused by multiple drivers racing through caution flags. Neither driver is fined, and both later return to the track. It's a long trek to Lost Lake, Alaska. But if snowmobiling is your passion, you won't be disappointed. In 2001, professional rider Jason Adams showcases his talents on these snow-packed hills near Alaska's southern tip. The Canadian native and his friends are here to shoot a video featuring extreme jumps in the 49th state. They scope out a gap over a creek that seems perfect for a 150-foot leap and build a ramp out of packed snow. Jason has never jumped this far before, so all watch anxiously as their friend goes for it. Jason hits the ramp at roughly 50 miles per hour. He aims for the flat landing area, but comes up about 10 feet short. Since snowmobile jumping is relatively new at the time, guesswork is used to build the 3-foot-high ramp. But it isn't high enough or long enough to give Jason the arc he needs to reach the landing area. Although Jason wears a protective helmet, his exposed chin slams into the handlebars. The nearest hospital is 20 miles away. Fortunately, he survives the ordeal. The 27-year-old splits open his chin, shatters his jaw, and loses 18 teeth. 3 years later, Jason puts his stunt riding days behind him. Today, he sells snowmobiles and mentors young riders on how to operate them safely. In dirt track racing, riders navigate single-gear brakeless motorcycles around a loose dirt track. Speeds can reach 120 miles per hour. Tonight, Bobby the Blaze Hedden is wearing red jersey number 1. He's been a speedway racer for 20 years. As Bobby finishes the first lap, he loses traction on the turn. He stopped cold. But his bike seems to have a mind of its own. Fast Friday Speedway in Auburn, California. Motorcycles hit 120 miles per hour on an oval dirt track. And they do it without the need for brakes. In dirt track racing, the only way to cut the engine is for the driver to pull a lanyard that activates a kill switch. The lanyards are attached to each driver's wrist. Tonight, Bobby the Blaze Hedden is sporting jersey number 1 and hoping he'll capture that position by the end of the race. But as Bobby slides into this corner, his bike ends up gunning for first without him, directly at the crowd. A jammed throttle causes Bobby to enter the turn at too high a speed and lose control. As he falls off, the engine kill switch is automatically pulled, but it malfunctions. The engine keeps on accelerating due to the stuck throttle. A gyroscoping motion helps the bike right itself. Track personnel scramble as the driverless bike speeds 250 yards down the center of the speedway. The 180-pound machine heads straight for the bleachers at roughly 45 miles per hour. It jumps the 4-foot barricade and into a crowd of fans. Bobby hitches a ride to the far side of the track and is relieved to learn not one fan has been injured. Fortunately, the Blaze escapes with only minor bruises, but his $10,000 bike is totaled. Bobby didn't realize it at the time, but his kill switch had malfunctioned due to an earlier accident. Hundreds gather at a small town festival to watch an exhibition of jarapeo, a traditional form of Mexican bull riding. In jarapeo, riders hold on with 2 hands for as long as they can. Rider Javier Diaz comes out of the chute to the thrill of his fans, who suddenly go from spectators to targets. Seconds into the ride, the bull upends the fence, slamming Javier into the bars. The bull then takes aim at the crowd. The animal goes on a rampage, trying to gore everyone in sight. This man takes a direct hit to the stomach. Another man is knocked off his feet. A rodeo clown runs for his life. After 90 chaotic seconds, the bull is finally caged in and the mayhem brought under control. Despite the repeated attacks, no one is seriously injured. Byron, Illinois, October 2008. Drivers compete for a $10,000 purse to see who can pull off the biggest, baddest wheel stand. To perform a wheel stand, you get a rear-wheel drive car, outfit it with the largest engine you can, lock the trans brake, then let her rip. The key to a great wheel stand is horsepower. And with 650 horses under the hood, Rob LaCroix's Chevette has plenty. But the veteran racer is about to discover that too much power can be a dangerous thing. It's a wheel stand showdown in Byron, Illinois. And Rob Wheelie King LaCroix is competing for the $10,000 prize. LaCroix's car has been completely overhauled with a 650 horsepower engine. He floors the accelerator past the red line. LaCroix's powerful engine flips his 2,100-pound car over onto its roof. Rescue teams rush to the wreckage. They find LaCroix unconscious. As fuel leaks from the car, the crew races to cut him from his harness.
Rob, can you talk? Yeah. All right, buddy.
The team attempts to stabilize LaCroix, but he declines additional medical treatment. Fortunately, he escapes with only minor injuries. His $30,000 Chevette is totaled. Living up to his name as the Wheelie King, LaCroix wasn't daunted by his crash. He's still performing wheel stands today, but hopefully not like this. Beartooth, Montana. A wildfire races through the rugged Big Belt Mountains, trapping a group of hunting buddies.
You won't believe this. This is what we got coming towards us.
Ron Michelson can only watch through his camera lens as the 7-mile-wide blaze completely blocks all paths of escape.
It's getting big. Holy shoot. We heard there was a little fire, but nobody ever dreamed something like this would happen up here.
Sucks, man. Never seen such a thing.
And that's the only way out right there. And it's gonna be here in a matter of 5, 10 minutes at the outside.
It's getting hot already.
It's unbelievable. No place for us to go.
We ain't got no chance.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, wow.
not at all. Look at it come. Say your prayers, buddy.
The wind-whipped flames envelop the campsite, igniting boxes of ammunition.
There's bullets going off, propane bottles.
Hey, those are live rounds going up.
Get out of that side!
Hey! Grab some blankets. If we have to, we'll wet them down and lay in the creek.
As the inferno closes in, the men's concern turns toward their horses.
Get your coat and let's get in the creek. Well, I'm letting those horses go before I go anywhere.
They believe releasing the animals gives them the best chance for survival.
Cut the rope and just let them go.
After setting the horses free, Ron says his final words before diving for cover.
Okay, here it comes. Gotta sign off now. We gotta go. made it through the fire.
Sunrise reveals the extent of the devastation. The fire has gutted cars, leveled buildings, and charred the landscape.
One heck of a fire.
But the hunters survive, thanks to a nearby creek and some wet blankets.
Guess we came home about 4 o'clock in the morning.
All of the horses return, a little singed, but otherwise uninjured.
Bull nose.
Terry, we got her life, buddy. We got her life.
The fire that was accidentally started by a camper ends up burning 34,000 acres.
We ain't got no
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
not
wow.
at all.
As for Ron and his friends, they decide that next year they'll find a different camping spot.
I have never seen such a thing in my entire life.
Congratulations, you just survived another episode of Destroyed in Seconds. I'm Ron Pitts, and we'll see you next time.